investigation will now be increased is what we're understanding. What top NCB sources are now telling CNN News 18 is this, that NCB teams to question accused arrested in Sonali Phogat case, the peddler and the hotel owner as well. According to the police, Sangwan and Singh allegedly mixed some obnoxious substance in water and then forced Sonali Phogat to drink it, which means her drink was spiked. The NCB is also trying to know the main source and how many consumers were there as well. Anshul is getting us all those details. Anshul, talk to us about what are sources within the NCB telling you what is going to be their line of investigation.
So yes, now NCB has finally jumped into this whole case where they are saying that they will now investigate the entire chain as to how did the MDMA get into India and how did MDMA get into Goa in that club or to the hotel boy who initially provided that MDMA to Sonali Phogat. So initially, now the NCB wants to establish that line of chain of logistics of that drug, so that in future such situation does not happen yet again. Because remember, Goa, especially North Goa, is infamous for such clubs and such pubs where they have such nefarious parties where drugs are peddled, drugs are sold and consumed by users, and these are just random people walking into those clubs, and they get in touch with these peddlers who are just randomly are a part of that party. So yes, the NCB now wants to figure out the exact position of each and every person who was involved in this entire chain, because remember, 2 peddlers have already been arrested by Goa police, and these 2 peddlers would now be NCB would now be speaking to these 2 peddlers and will try to form a chain of events, the logistical chain as to how did they get their hands on the drugs. And also they will be interrogating Sudhir Sangwan as well, and they will also try to ask him as to how did he get in contact with those people and get those drugs from them. So yes, the entire chain would be revealed. Now the NCB has since jumped into this because the Goa CM today itself said that the narcotics team is also doing its job just to figure out that the entire chain is developed, and so that they could actually break this chain so that situations like this, incidents like this could not happen in the future. But yes, Goa has been famous for this. Just a few days ago, another case of drug overdose happened in Goa approximately 4 to 5 days ago. A boy from Hyderabad had to lose his life after he got overdosed by drugs in that entire area. So yes, this has been
the larger issue as far as the nexus of where these drugs are coming in from and who actually are supplying these drugs, all these questions still remain. Anshul, thanks a lot for getting us all those details. I'd like to thank our guests.